Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. General Hospital spoilers have Drew Cain Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson, looking smug because he thinks he is about to be the new owner of the Quartermaine mansion and is already planning to throw all the other Qs out. But I suspect he might get a swift kick coming from karma and all. His big plans may fall through. We're going to talk about how Drew might lose his chance to buy the mansion, and then we'll find out who Monica Quartermaine, Leslie Charlson, really left the Q mansion to in her real actual will, Ronnie's forced betrayal on General Hospital, the blackmail behind the mansion sale. So, right now, Ronnie Bard, Erica Slezak, is being forced to sell the Quartermaine mansion to Drew because Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, threatened her with prison if she doesn't do what he says. Ronnie does not want to sell to Drew, but that's what you get for conspiring with Martin. Really, Ronnie is like everybody else in Port Charles. She does not like Drew, and she knows that he is not a good person. Plus, other than Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, we've seen that Ronnie likes the Quartermaine family, and she does not want to betray them. Unfortunately, Martin is not leaving her any choice, hot on the heels of the lawyer telling Ronnie she has to sell the mansion to his client. Drew showed up at the house, and he announced that Ronnie agreed to sell to him. And of course, everybody was upset. Tracy flipped out the most. She chewed Ronnie a new one and said she dishonored her sister, Monica's memories. Ronnie was of course flustered and said she didn't want to be involved in all the Quartermaine drama. So she's going to sell and leave Port Charles. And of course, she can't tell them that Martin's blackmailing her. So Ronnie has to make excuses and play along and then just try to get out of this Cody's legal gambit. A setback for Drew's mansion takeover on GH. Here's what I suspect may happen this week. There are official GH spoilers saying Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, gets some legal advice possibly from Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos. And by the end of the week, General Hospital spoilers say Drew has a big setback. So maybe Cody finds a way to stop Drew from getting the Q mansion. Maybe he talks to Molly about some facet of inheritance law or something. We do know Cody is really close to Tracy and he absolutely despises Drew. Ever since Cody found out Drew was sleeping with Nina Reeves, Cynthia Waitrose, while seducing Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, away from Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, he has hated the guy. So I think it'd be great if Cody found a way to shut down the creepy congressman. But even if Drew doesn't get messed up by Cody, it seems like something is going to fall apart based on the spoiler about a setback for Congressman Cutthroat. So, I just wonder if Drew is going to give Ronnie a big pile of cash for the mansion, literally millions of dollars, and she takes the money and runs. I mean, obviously, she's got to split it with Martin, but Ronnie's not going to stick around Port Charles since she doesn't want to get busted for fraud. So, we'll see if Cody turns up some sort of way that Drew can't actually close on the house. Or maybe he buys it and then the sale is cancelled retroactively. Karma in Port Charles. Will Drew Cain lose everything? Obviously it's going to come out that Ronnie didn't really inherit the house, and that means she couldn't legally sell it to Drew. In the end, not only could he lose a pile of cash because of Martin's scheme, but Drew most certainly is not going to wind up with the Quartermaine estate in the long run. Plus, Tracy, Michael and the others are going to rub it in Drew's face when it all blows up on him. And that would be just a delicious, delicious slap from karma. Eventually, we're going to find out who Monica really left the Q house to in her original will. Right now, we don't know what was really in that document though, because Martin altered it. All we know is that Monica left Ronnie the locket and nothing else because Martin spelled that out. So, let's get into who is going to actually end up with the Quartermaine mansion once the dust settles, because it most assuredly will not be Drew. Be sure to stick around till the end to hear the most shocking outcome from Monica's real will though, a legacy for the prodigal son on General Hospital. Did Monica leave the mansion to Jason Morgan? First of all, we know Tracy wanted Michael to have the house, but maybe instead, it went to the person that Monica considers her one last living child. Maybe she left the house to Jason Morgan, Steve Burton. Remember, Monica always wanted Jason to come back home and be part of the Q family again. And now that he finally has, maybe Monica decided to leave the house to Jason to ensure that he would stay. Plus, Alan Quartermaine, Stuart Damon, bought the house and he is Jason's bio dad. So, I think Monica leaving it to Jason is possible, but it's not the soapiest outcome. The next generation on GH, a Quartermaine inheritance for the grandkids or Ned and Olivia. So the second thing, Monica might have left the Q house equally to the grandkids. Maybe she left it in a trust with Jason as the executor until all of the grandkids come of age. Monica's grandkids are Danny Morgan, Asher Jared Antonizin, Scout Cain, Cosette Abinante, Jake Weber, Hudson West, and Michael. So maybe they co-own it and each of them gets a quarter of the house, but maybe Monica decided to go another route and instead she left the house to Ned Quartermaine, Wally Kurth, and Olivia Falconeri, Lisa Locicero as the next generation's matriarch and patriarch of the Quartermaine family, knowing that they would obviously take care of everybody. Monica might see them as the next generation. Edward Quartermaine, John Ingle, and Lila Quartermaine, Anna Lee. So she might have left the mansion to them with the caveat that any Quartermaine who wants to live there is welcome, excluding Drew. Of course, there is no doubt Ned and Olivia would keep the Q mansion as a warm and loving home open to all the family if Monica had left it to them. And you know, if Olivia and Ned got the place, Olivia would hurry up and add that pizza oven she's been wanting for so long. The apple of her eye. Why Michael Corinthos could be the sole heir. And remember, stick around to the end because that's when I'm going to give you the wildest and soapiest option. But one more before then. Consider whether Monica left the Q estate to Michael just like Tracy wanted. I mean, maybe she did. If you remember, Tracy was talking about how Michael was the apple of Monica's eye. So, yeah, maybe she did what Tracy suggested and left it to AJ Quartermaine's Sean Kanan only child. Tracy would be thrilled if the Q mansion went to Michael and his kids, because of course Tracy would still live there and get to boss everybody around. And obviously she'd love for Michael to get it. The ultimate General Hospital twist. Could Tracy Quartermaine inherit the mansion? But here's the thing, I really wanted to get to the most soapy and dramatic option. What if Monica actually left the house to Tracy? You know how much Monica loved to tell Tracy that Alan left the mansion to her. Monica rubbed it in Tracy's face all the time over the years. She tossed her out of the house more than once. So maybe Monica decided to undo some of that old animosity, and she left Tracy the mansion for as long as she lives, and then the ownership would revert to Michael, who is Monica's one and only biological grandchild once Tracy is gone. Honestly, that's what I would really like to see for Monica, to leave it to Tracy to honor that sisterhood that she and Monica grew into over the years. But more in these recent years, Tracy would be so touched and Michael would still eventually get the estate in kind of a generational inheritance. This is the option I'm really hoping for. Then again, with Lucy Coe, Lynn Herring, Scotty's best friend and one again, off-again love interest. Still single and in PC, perhaps she could use some whining and dining from the lawyer. Only time will. Do you miss Scotty Baldwin? Would you like him to return? Sound off in the comments section. Tune into the ABC Soap Daily for your fill of the drama in Port Charles, and visit this site often for the hottest General Hospital spoilers, updates, and news.